Hello, thank you for tuning in, and Happy New Year to everybody. We are hopeful, as the nation's largest ever vaccination is underway, that we will relieve the pandemic and be able to realize the many exciting things on our horizon, such as the opening of Riverfront Park and welcoming professional baseball to our Fred Nat Stadium. In our efforts to reduce the spread of the virus, we are all working to get back to a more normal life. Fredericksburg City Schools are starting to make plans now to get back to at least semi-normal. Yeah. After being mostly virtual since March of 2020 due to the pandemic, the city school system recently announced plans for most students to return to the classroom in January. Here to talk to me today about this plan is Dr. Marcy Catlett, Superintendent of Schools for the Fredericksburg City. Thank you, Dr. Catlett, for joining me today.
Glad to be here, Madam Mayor.
How has virtual education gone? I have been so impressed, and the community is so grateful to your staff and all of the teachers for their flexibility and their creativity in dealing with the situation on the fly.
Yes.
Unexpected. So how'd it go?
Well, initially, in March of 2020, we were not prepared to provide virtual learning to our students. Our teachers needed professional development. Our students didn't have devices and internet access that they needed to. So with that, we took the approach of phasing in the students that needed the face-to-face instruction initially, and they were identified by the state. And with that, that gave us time to provide professional development for our teachers, our staff, our students, and families, so that then the virtual learning could go a lot smoother. At this point, we've come a long, long way from then. And with that, we've been able to provide devices to our families, our students, as well as free internet access as well. So we're well on our way with the virtual learning.
Well, good for you. What a momentous task.
Yes.
So, what is your plan now for bringing students back?
Yes. We are excited that starting on Tuesday, January the 19th, we'll start with bringing back all of the students who desire to have face-to-face instruction to our schools. What will happen is that we've divided the city into 4 attendance zones. AB students will attend on Mondays and Tuesdays. Our students in zones C and D will attend on Thursdays and Fridays. And we'll still reserve Wednesdays as a deep cleaning day. And the students will be involved in virtual learning, and we all work remotely from home on Wednesdays. And so we're getting geared up for that to take place on the 19th.
Well, good for you. So, are you excited about getting students back?
Of course. You know, we love and miss our students. We want them in our schools. Of course, as educators, we recognize that the face-to-face instructional module of teaching and learning is the most effective. And that's why, of course, we want students in. A major concern is learning loss. You know, we need to come up with creative and innovative ways to now fill in the gaps and compensate for the children not getting the type of instruction they're accustomed to. It's going to be a heavy lift, but we're all geared up to make that happen. And then, of course, the social and emotional impact, that being out of the schools and not having that adult interaction and peer interaction and what that's caused, and coming up with ways to assist in that arena as well. It's heartbreaking, honestly, not to have the children in school.
I think it is for everybody. So your plan essentially divides the community in half, so you're teaching half of them at a time.
Right, depending on, again, the number of students that desire to come in. So I'd say about 40% have selected to stay virtual, and the others we're working in, in a two-day on, a 2 day off, yes.
Okay. So there is an ability to select to stay virtual?
Yes, for sure, yes. Mm-hmm.
All righty. As far as your students that are coming back, you talked about reserving a day for deep cleaning. What other safety measures are you putting in place?
Yes, well, of course, it's been important that we monitor the COVID case numbers. We've monitored the percent positivity rates. And then we have a category, an indicator called school ability. And that is based on 5 practices: mandatory masking, the social distancing, the screening, hand washing, respiratory issues, the cleaning daily, the deep cleaning on our Wednesdays and starting at 2 o'clock on Fridays, as well as being in contact with the Department of Health pretty much daily regarding if cases are reported, and definitely weekly. And the local Department of Health, they assist us in when cases are reported and with our tracing and with advisement. Then every week, we're in tune with the State Superintendent, James Lane, and the Virginia Department of Education, as well as the Virginia Department of Health and the CDC. And they also advise us on whether or not we have the proper mitigation practices in place to safely return staff and students to schools. And so with that area, it's a rating of 1 to 5, and we've been in the area of 5 ever since we've opened school, due to the fact that we look at student attendance, staffing processes if they're in place, and that no outbreaks and low reports of cases, COVID cases. So it's a lot. We watch it daily, and we certainly are making decisions no longer 6 weeks or 9 weeks. They're almost day to day or weekly for sure, and more school by school rather than total division and mitigation processes.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm glad that people can have a chance to understand how much there is to do and how thorough your plans are.
Well, it's taken a team effort, the support of the school board and all of the staff members. We've worked together as a team, and it's paid off. And the community's been very patient and supportive, so we appreciate that as well.
Well, we certainly wish you, your teachers, and most of all, our students, our city children and young men and women, the very, very best. I know they're anxious to get back to school too. And I know that it has taken a lot of patience, but that they will succeed in making this year a fruitful one. I want to thank you and again, and your staff and your teachers and all for the flexibility that you have had to show and the ability to keep our classes going and keep our children engaged.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me here today, and thank you for all you do and your staff for our city as well.
Thank you. Well, that is it for today. I want to ask everyone to please be careful, wear your mask, take care of yourself, and protect others, and support our local businesses as always. I will remind you that there are free COVID-19 testing, a site at Dixon Park from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. every Friday. And that is available to anyone. So again, be safe, wear your mask, and good luck to all of our city students. I know this is going to be an all straight A's year.
Thank you.